How do you get whiskey out of a barrel? Can you help me?
Yes.
Can you help me?
Sure. No.
No.
So the question is, and this isn't something that I knew the answer to, how do you actually get the whiskey out of the barrels, right? And into the bottles?
In a small place like ours, you use a spirit pump usually.
So you're pumping it into, I see this glorious
Tote.
because it totes around the whiskey?
When you normally get a bottle of whiskey on the wall, you know, in any store, Bullet or whoever.
Yeah.
It's not just like, here's a barrel, put it in a bottle.
Yeah.
Right? It's taking multiple barrels and mixing them together. And when you do that, you have to have a container to mix them into.
Okay, so this is how many barrels worth?
This is 2 barrels.
And now is this just like a standard size tote, or do they come in different sizes?
Any size that your little heart could desire.
Now I'm looking in here, this is like super dark.
Yeah, well, because look,
I mean, this is
when it comes out, it's just whiskey.
Yeah.
Right? But think of it like coffee, where when it first starts pouring in, you're always thinking, oh, that's way too light.
Yeah.
Until you get a full pot. Okay, so here's the thing that needs to happen legally, is you have to weigh what you're collecting so that you know exactly what you've collected from the barrels. That's why it's on.
Oh, it's a scale. How do we know? Where's the, oh, look at that.
Remember that thing your mitts were pawing?
I don't know why, but people get very nervous whenever I bat at the equipment.
Bat at electronics.
Oh,
what is this over here?
The delicate equipment.
What is this? All right, so the other thing that we need to know is now that we just combined 2 barrels, what is our current proof versus what it was in each of the barrels individually?
Yeah.
Right?
And this is the proofing tool.
Mm-hmm. And we're at 113.65.
I know we're going to be bottling this at cask strength.
Right.
But if we were going to be taking that down to a lower proof, at what point do we do that?
Right now. So what we do is we run the math on how much we have in here.
Yeah.
And what the proof is, and then we run the math on how much water we need to add to bring it down to the right proof.
Mm-hmm.
If at any point your math is off, the worst thing you could do is overwater it, right?
So why are we doing cask strength? Because we could
make a lot more money if we proofed this down.
Right.
We could increase the whiskey by a good 15% in quantity. We decided we liked it so much, let's not screw with it. Let's leave it alone.
So Deb, once we have the tote full, what have you put down in here?
This is the siphon. This is a little filter. I've got it turned on now.
Okay, so that filters out
Any particles.
like char and stuff?
We've sanitized the bottles.
Yeah.
And so they're ready to be filled. But anyway, we could go.
.4 alcohol.
So the very first bottle.
All right, the very first bottle.
Put on. Whiskey in there.
Fiddly bit.
Fiddly bit right on.
Sticker on the top. 57.4%, 114.8 proof. 750 milliliter. This is chapter 1 and bottle 1.
What have we been doing all day, Danny?
We have been bottling all day.
We've been bottling all day. Did we make progress?
We did. We bottled the first barrel.
And Emma's making some celebratory cocktails for us.
That's right.
Yes, I am.
So,
whoa. Okay, which one is this?
This is barrel number 11.
Oh.
Yeah, yours was the first one.
Oh.
Oh, is that the Collins?
Yeah. All right, let's do some whiskey stuff. Is that happening, Joe?
It's happening.
Is it actually happening?
It is air conditioning.
Are we done with the bottling?
No. We still have.
No, she was shooting daggers at me.
Yeah.
Wait, she totally was shooting daggers at me.
We have at least 2 more barrels to go.
Okay.
At least.
Did I make you nervous, Emma? Right there. Did I make you nervous?
No.
Deb, this is the humidity that's being sucked out of the air?
Yep.
Just from the air conditioner? That's crazy. We should distill a whiskey with it.
I don't know if that's legal.
You never like my ideas.
I don't know if it's legal.
It's legal-ish.
We could do a grand opening update. Like, here's everything that's happening at the grand opening.
The problem with that is there's nobody searching for
2 hours later.
Here, fine. Daniel wants to do a low view episode. Fine.
You're gonna blame all low view episodes on me, even if I had nothing to do with it from now on.
Got it.
Ah!
All right.
You wanna see the gazebo where you and I are gonna get married, stand to do the grand opening ceremonies? We are in the courtyard at Tuscan Hall. This is where we're gonna do the grand opening and the closing ceremonies because we can fit more people over here.
On August 25th for the distillery launch party. So it's coming up in just a few weeks.
That's right.
Several hundred magnificent bastards coming to Austin, Texas. Okay, so inside, do we have a key for the inside?
Some of you who've been watching the show for a while may recognize this fountain as, hey, no, you're in.
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
This is Serena. This was the beginning of the Shackleton adventure.
Yeah.
Before it all went so wrong.
That was a quality expedition. So this is probably going to be the biggest room on the whole property where your MBs can congregate,
In Texas?
sip some whiskey.
In Texas, you can do air conditioning angels. Are you ready? 9 Banded, an Austin company, Andalusia, Balcones, Banner Distilling, Ben Milam, Garrison Brothers, Iron Root, Oak and Eden, Ranger Creek, Real Spirits, Rio Brazos Distilleries, Spirit of Texas, Treaty Oak, Whitmeyer's, and Yellow Rose Distilling.
Each of those distilleries are going to have a representative in here pouring whiskey samples for free.
And for free and answering questions about their distillery. Feel free to ask them questions about their distillery.
Yes, they will be more than happy to talk about their distillery.
And then we'll have one table over here probably.
Right.
That's going to be the table where the YouTube channels that are coming are all going to get designated timed. Yes.
So
This is so good.
This is, yes, where the YouTube channels, the other whiskey channels.
Scotch Test Dummies.
Yep.
Whiskey Dick.
Yep.
Aqua Vitae.
Yep.
Or Aqua Vitae
Yep.
from the spelling. And it's Bourbon Nights.
Yes. We invited several others, but for whatever reason, scheduling conflicts, traveling is just too far. If you're not one of the 500 people that are going to physically be here with us, we are going to be setting up a couple of different live stream cameras. So we're going to be live streaming throughout the day. It's just going to be running nonstop. Occasionally, hopefully, we'll pop in there. And a lot of people have been asking. Rex promised that he would be shaving his head.
Yes.
So yes, when I'm shaving my head, we've been saving it for
The grand opening final ceremony.
right out there in the gazebo. So we'll.
So for like the next 3 months, any bride that gets married there is going to be like, what is this all over the
What is all this plumage?
Dude.
We're in the tower at Wizard Academy because this is a different organization, but we've made everything kosher to allow you magnificent bastards a tour of the facilities here at Wizard Academy.
That's
what
right.
are they going to be able to do once they're here?
Once they get here, there will be a sign-up sheet at the Welcome Center. You're going to go put your name down because we can only handle 20 people in a group for a tour. Every 15 minutes, a tour is going to leave from the Welcome Center and walk you to the tower on every floor. You'll start in the art gallery. They will walk you up to the library and through the secret door into the vault.
Yeah.
You will get to see the vault. You will not get to pour yourself whatever you want in the vault, but you will get to see the vault. And then you'll walk out and up to the roof and get one of the best views of all of South Austin. And then you'll be walked back to the Welcome Center and you can rejoin the festivities. Now the cool thing is while you're waiting, if you get, say your time is 2:30 and you get there a little early, in the veranda room next to the Welcome Center, we have Acapon Brewing Company. You met Dave, he talked to us about different things. Oh, maybe not, that's a Patreon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Acapon Brewing is gonna be next door in the veranda room, and he is going to be pouring his beer. Why does that matter? Because he's the one doing all our mash and fermentation runs.
All right, so Daniel, a lot of people have been asking about the availability of the whiskey, which is one very exciting. How are we handling availability? What's going on?
So I'll just give it to you right now.
Right.
Here you go. Just give
That's
the
a very expensive
the-
lens.
Okay. Obviously didn't work. So here's the
I hate you so much.
plan. That was like a dad joke, but for cameras. Right now, we have a limited release in small batches of things, and because we can't ship things, they are only gonna be available in the distillery. So the only way for you to get our whiskey is to come to our distillery in Austin, or for someone you know and love to come to our distillery in Austin.
What they do once they get the bottles, whether it involves like the FedEx, the UPS, the USPS, has nothing to do with us.
Some of the patron members in the top 2 tiers, they get to claim bottles quarterly or biannually.
So no matter what we're making, the experimental, the small batch, just the ridiculous things that are happening in this microscopic realm.
Yep.
We're gonna be giving them a heads up. They're gonna be able to claim it.
We'll end up with a place you can click, fill out to claim a bottle, and we'll put your name on it and we'll set it aside. And then how it gets to you, you either come to us or send someone to us. Then we announce to the rest of the patron members availability of these whiskeys, and you will have the chance to click and buy online even if you want to.
Assuming if there's things left.
However, we will still have to take it off the shelf, write your name on it, and hold it here for either you or someone you know and love to come and pick it up. But we have plans. The thing about retail is that retail only wants to talk to you if you can send them cases and pallets of things, right? So when you're talking to specs, it's like, how many bottles can you get us? And we're like, 4. And they're like, 4 pallets? Like, no, 4. And they don't like that. So we need to be able to scale up on certain releases that we aim for retail.
The people need to be able to get their hands on whiskeys that we're creating.
Yep.
With the Whiskey Tribe. They're helping us design the whiskeys. What's the plan?
For right now, we're gonna try to use Whiskey Quests to narrow down some larger scale production stuff that ends up on retail for everyone to get it.
To remind everybody, the Whiskey Quests are basically whiskey designing ventures. Everybody that's in the Patreon gets to effectively help us vote what the decision point should be in the creation of various whiskeys.
Yeah, sort of think of it like this. For now, our production size is so small on the stuff we make. If the quest involves us making it, it's probably not gonna see retail. If the quest involves us sourcing it, we might be able to get enough quantity to put it into retail. The sourcing doesn't just mean vanity brands, where we just take some MGP and put our label on it. Sourcing could also mean that we make all the decision points and then we name it, and that ends up at retail, which makes us sort of like a Signatory or a Duncan Taylor, where you guys have helped us pick specific whiskeys from around the world.
Knowing our community, if this was like just a whiskey event with several hundred people, I'd be a little bit nervous.
I would be really nervous.
Yeah, but because it's the Magnificent Bastards.
And it's more like a family reunion.
You must have a nicer family than me.
Yeah, we're hoping that you guys just handle yourself.
No. Everybody's gonna look out for each other. We're gonna have plenty of water stations, plenty of places to hang out and cool off. And just don't let it get ahead of you. Have a good time.
Yeah.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.
We bop and hippity hop. I'm as happy as I can be. Whoa, boom, boom, and hippity zoom. Love is sweet, love is grand, works one. We bop and hippity hop. I'll never be a millionaire. Whoa, boom.